You make everyone else around you visible at your own expense. That's not an accident, that's a pattern, and it has a name. It's called the background tax. The background tax is what you pay every time you make someone else visible while keeping yourself silent and hidden. Today, we're talking about why this happens, what it's really costing you, and how to stop paying it. You have the credentials, the experience, the track record. People come to you for answers. You've built teams, led initiatives, solved problems that others couldn't. But here's what's also true. You are behind the scenes on work that has your fingerprint all over it. You've ghostwritten strategies someone else has presented. You've developed leaders who are now more visible than you. And you've watched a peer get on a stage that you helped prepare them for. You've been the best supporting role in a story you were supposed to star in. Today, it's time for you to tap into main character energy. And here's the painful part, it isn't jealousy, it isn't confusion. You are saying, I do the work, I know my stuff. So why does this keep happening? Friend, this is not a talent problem. This is not a networking issue. This isn't even a LinkedIn or social media or content problem. This is a visibility problem that starts on the inside. The background tax isn't just one decision, it's really a pattern with three layers. So let's walk through them. Most people in the background think they got pushed there. The truth is, most of us have walked there quietly, willingly, and often repeatedly because the background feels safe from criticism, the risk of judgment. There really isn't pressure to perform and be on. But safety has a price. Have you figured that out yet? You playing safe has a price attached to it, and you've been paying for it dearly in missed opportunities, overlooked expertise, and borrowed credit. Because every time you shrink to make someone else more comfortable, you pay the background tax. Now, this is the part that's going to sting, but it needs to be said. What looks like humility is often self protection. And this is what it looks like: fear of being seen and found wanting, fear of claiming authority you don't feel like you've earned, fear of the spotlight and what it demands. You've been calling it servant leadership, but it's actually self erasure. And here's the cost behind or beyond you. The people who need your voice aren't hearing it. The perspective only you carry isn't in the room, and your absence from the front isn't humility, it's a gap in the conversation. There are people who are waiting on the solution only you carry. Staying in the background isn't serving others, it's really withholding from them. I remember when the light bulb went off with this. When I started in the digital space in about 2014, 2015, I didn't like my voice and I didn't like how I looked on camera. I felt like my words didn't have any value and meaning. And then I had to go back to what I'm telling you right here. And I had to remember that for 20 years working in television news as a producer, that I would write the scripts that anchors would read on air. And then I started asking myself a question. If they trust my words to read it on air to millions of homes, why can I not trust my own words? See, you can't build visibility from a foundation of self doubt. Before the platform, before the content, before the positioning, you have to see yourself clearly. This is really level 2 on the 5 levels of visibility: being seen by yourself, recognizing your own expertise before you ask the world to recognize it. Leaders who show up with authority aren't the ones with no fear. They're the ones who stopped waiting for permission to be seen. And it really is a shift. It's the shift from naming your expertise out loud to yourself first. It's claiming your seat at the table because you've earned it already. It's letting your name be associated with the work you do. See, visibility isn't arrogance, it's accuracy. So there's a question that I want you to sit with. Where am I in the background by choice? And what has that choice cost me? I want you to attach your name to one piece of work you'd normally pass off to someone else. I want you to speak up in a room where you have been listening and listening a lot. I want you to put your perspective on record in a post, create the content, in a meeting, in a conversation. See, this is not about you being louder. This is about you being present. And this is about you releasing your sound because people are always attached to your sound. It's presence over performance, clarity over noise. If this has resonated with you and you know that your message, your visibility is being impacted by playing it small and safe. And you want to decide that, you know what? I'm going to bet on myself because the biggest bet I could ever make is betting on me. I would love an opportunity to work with you and helping you get a roadmap to your visibility. The information for that will be under this video. If you know a leader who's been making everyone else visible, send them this video in love. And if you're new to this channel, hello, welcome. Make sure to subscribe and stay close because every week we talk about what it actually takes to become a recognized authority, not louder, but clearer. Remember, visibility is power, but only if you're willing to be seen. So, are you willing? See you next time.